What's up, everybody? It's me, HTG Brian. Long time no see. Now, it's game break time. Can you believe the first month of 2020 is already gone? That is insane to me. I just want to say, welcome back, my dudes and dudettes, all my thumbanites, if you will. Good to see you. Let's see here. Hey, we got some people showing up in the chat. We've had a whole bunch of you hanging out. The usuals for the most part. We had Adam out there. Wolfie King was here first. Paige was also here early, so shout out to the early notification squad. People hanging out on the premiere page chat. Pooh was also here. It's actually rather late for him, so it's really nice of him to stay up and watch. Rob and Matt were both here as per usual. What's up, my dudes? And of course, Joey was here, and he's kind of halfway here. He might come and go, which is why I got the headset on. To be honest with you, it's also to cover up this crazy do I got going here. Next time you see me, I will have a haircut and I will have shaved. I will look rather dapper, or I guess maybe that's not the proper words. But I do want to welcome you guys. 2020 is here. It's pretty sweet. You know, this was actually Reese's golden birthday year, so he was 15 on the 15th in 2020. Now for me, it was kind of fun because my birthday is the 20th, so you know my birthday this year was 1/20/2020. I don't know, it was kind of fun to see those numbers repeat like that. But yeah, whole bunch more of you hanging out here. Looks like Michael, what's up? Adam, what's up? Look what I thought I might see you today. So I wore this. Now I'm working on. I got the green screen down. I haven't had it in a while. Does it look okay? It seems to be a little down here, like right in here. It like I can't even right in here. It's like not so. But we'll just don't focus on that. I should have put the tree over the top. Ooh, that's what I'll have to do. Hey, what's going on? What's that? What's going on there? What's that? What's up, Paz? Welcome to the stream. Boy, I bet you a lot of people didn't get a notification. Did you guys all get notifications, or were you guys all hanging out waiting because you knew it was happening today? I only ask because when you stream 2 times in one day, YouTube doesn't always act like it should, and I seem to have that issue. So I might have to start separating these and doing stuff a little different. I might have to not have a regular stream on these days of game breaks, or I might have to, I don't know. Hopefully the next one will be on a Saturday. I haven't looked to see what February 28th is. Or it's not leap year, right? Hopefully it's on 20. Anyways, Pass says he did get the notification. Sweet. Did you get one earlier too, Pass? So you got 2 today? 222? 2-0 for the 2-0-0? 2-0-2-0? Chacho, what's up? Joey Police. Yep, he is. He's our, you know, Thor's hammer wielder for the... Thumbie is going to crash right into me. I don't know who planned this, but... We'll move on from that. Yeah, so anybody got any great New Year's resolutions or any things that they're working on? You know, me personally, I'm trying to stay away from the whole stigma of like New Year's resolutions. However, I also did kind of make one. So what's up, Patricia? What's up, Karate Joe? Sorry if I'm a little late on announcing some of these. As they go by, sometimes I seem to miss. Greg is here too. What's up, dude? Brian, hello. All right, people are starting to funnel in now. What's up, guys? I was hoping that today would be the day that we actually break through the roof. We've never had more than 50 people on stream at one time. We always have 100 or 200 or 300 people come by in the hour or 4 hours that we stream, but we don't ever have more than 50 at once, which is crazy. So it would be awesome. Hit that share button. Don't forget to like and tell everybody that we is live. Let's see here. It is a leap year this year. That's actually really cool. One of my really good friends, you guys have heard me talk about Arrow quite a bit. He's the guy that owned the cider company. He lives over in Bend, which is this really close to where we go on our year trip every year over to Eagle Crest. And anyways, I'll see Aaron here in a few months, if not before. And it's cool. I'll have to reach out to him, and maybe we'll go over on Leap Day and go spend the day with him. He's a Leap baby. That's totally random. That you know. So I think he's what, like. Technically, he was born in 1978, but actually, I think it was 1980, now that I think about it. I think he was born in 80. So he's almost as old as I am, really, but like as far as birthdays go, like he's missed out on a whole bunch, so that's a bummer. Let's see here. Pass, thanks, appreciate that. No real worries. It just, you know, hit that share button. Let's see here. 20 is a multiple of 4. Indeed. You're going to play the next free games in February. There's a possibility of some of that. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. In fact, we have a pretty big announcement. We've got a new guy. We got a new writer. We got a new guide writer on staff. And you know, so we've got right now we've got a really strong, motivated group that's working. Some behind the scenes, some that'll be in the front grounds, and I'm excited for 2020. So that's basically what my New Year's resolution is that I'm gonna try to knock 2020 out the park as Stumpy makes his way back across the landscape there. But yeah, so you know, updates on the logos, updates on, you know, I'm gonna try to do more. We've got more guides coming due to having another guide writer. There's gonna be more options, more people helping. There's a possibility that even some people might start doing some videos and some streams as well. But we'll get to that as we solidify some of that. All right, so real quick, I haven't seen anybody. Let's see, a quick history lesson. Sons, you and yes, that is kind of interesting. We're all right there. My son's is the 15th, my wife's is the 17th, and I'm the 20th. So bang, bang, bang. We had a pretty sweet birthday month. We didn't do anything really too spectacular. Reese had a lot of bowling. He's on the bowling team for his high school. So it's crazy too, all the tournaments that they have, and then they just had the districts, and then state is coming up too. So lots of stuff happening in 2020. But like I said, this is going to be our year. We're gonna try to double our subs this year, right? I mean, it took us, it's like 8 years, 7.5, 8 years to get 100,000, and we're moving at a much more rapid rate. In fact, I wasn't going to talk about that yet, so we'll wait for a second. So 2020. So hey, speaking of welcome back, you guys, did you guys see the website? It's back. It's not fully how I want it, but it's officially back. It's online. If you guys have not been in a while, check out happythumbsgaming.com. We added a new kind of textual logo that is still subject to change, but I just wanted to share with you guys, it is live. So any of you out there who like to use the actual written guides, you know, sometimes there are situations where I haven't gotten the videos out yet, but some of you just like the written guides. I like to print that stuff off and read it and check it off. So if you guys are like me, all that stuff is back, and there will be some additions going on to it, more guides coming up soon. And I'm excited. In fact, you guys want to see some logo stuff? Are you guys cool? So let me just real quick overview. Most of you that watch all the time know this, but for those of you who don't watch or maybe just tune on the game breaks, I opted into October. So basically, long story short, website crashed. It was a technical thing that was related to a WordPress theme that I was using for the WordPress site. I found a new one, but I wanted to update the logo, so I reached out to a friend of mine who's a graphic designer. That didn't work out, so I tried to find a guy on Twitter who offered to pay. That didn't work out. So then I kind of said, forget about it. I'm going to take some classes. I'm going to up my game because I'm pretty graphically talented, but there are certain things that I lack in skills. So I tried to learn some stuff, and I did. I learned a lot, and I actually created emojis and badges, and I've actually been able to use a lot of the skills and the workflow that I picked up for other things, but I didn't quite get to where I wanted to with my logo. I play with it. I struggle. I never took art classes, so I struggle with shadowing, like the shading, the highlights, the lowlights, the gloss, so to speak. And I do a lot of stuff with Photoshop, but like when it comes to vector illustrations, I definitely struggle a little bit. So anyways, yes, there you go. Thumby was actually, I did that, and I created Thumby in Illustrator, 8.5, 9 years ago, whenever that was, that it actually got churned out. But the shading. So I finally got a hold of this company called Mythic Rabbit. So far, my relationship with them has been great. There's about a 24 to 48 hour turnaround time. So like every time we have contact, like it doesn't take long before we end up, speaking to. So I'm actually slacking right now. I need to update them with a certain font and tell them what I'm after and see what else they have in store for me. But check this out. So I told them I wanted some updates to my logo. I was very specific in some emails before I did anything. We agreed on a price. We agreed on everything. And then they said, hey, for process of how our company works, I need you to go and actually place an order on our website. So I did that. They actually gave me a code, Thumby, which I thought was really cool, which knocked a bunch of money off, like 25 or 35% off. And so I provided them with my original artwork file, and they said they were going to work on doing the stuff that I wanted. So a couple days goes by. It was actually the weekend. I submitted it on a Friday, and Monday morning rolls up, and the first thing Monday morning, I see an email. And I see some photos, and I'm like, I'm just waking up, and I'm not a very good morning person, and so I'm seeing this, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it at all. I'm like, dude, we talked about this. I said shadows on our regular logo, not a redesign. And what he had sent me are 4 images that he had sketched up. And they were all wrong. They had 4 fingers like a human instead of 3 like Thumby. And they were kind of angry, and they're kind of, I mean, depending on how you look at it, you might see some stuff you don't want to see. So I'm just warning you now. What's up there, cows? Welcome. Yenny, what's up? Hello, welcome. Let's see here. So here we go. So here's the first of 4 logos. This is the first thing I saw when I woke up Monday morning. I saw this. Okay, real quick. I already mentioned 4 fingers. Wrong. All right, super bold. Wrong. The eyes, though, I actually don't hate the eyes, and I couldn't tell if that was tufts of hair or eyebrows that were reaching off of the stuff. Now, Mythic Rabbit does really good graphic stuff, so I'm not worried about the final product. The problem was they weren't understanding my needs. So here comes the second one. Also, like this, out of the 4, this is the one that I liked the most, but it still wasn't right. The eyes kind of got me. You know, it's cool, right? It's cool. It's different. But yeah, it's not right. Okay, so this gets really weird. Let me lead with this. Have you guys ever seen the movie Turbo? It's about a snail that goes really fast. So I couldn't help but these next 2, they're basically the same thing. One has flames behind it, while the other one doesn't. But the next 2 reminded me of Turbo. Look at those eyes. I don't hate those eyes either. I like kind of the aggressive kind of look with the mouth. But it was kind of creepy, right? And so here's the 4th one with flames. So I show them immediately to my wife and Reese, and they're like, yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them. And my wife made a pretty funny comment. What's up there, HTM Puppets? Welcome. She said it looked like a certain body part. So I laughed and said, okay, we'll move on from that. So then I reached out and was very specific. Hey, there seems to be some miscommunication. You know, I provided you with original artworks that you guys could modify that in these ways. And I said, you know, I don't really know what the end result is. I don't know exactly what I need, but I need gloss. I was telling him highlights, low light, like shadows, like you know, something to make it kind of pop more. You know, I said if it does require a drawing and you can, you know, shift them to the side, because I kind of like a different angle too, right? Or maybe multiple poses eventually. But really, I'm just trying to update the logo. So they sent me one more. They sent me this yesterday, and I was kind of hype on this because it's basically my logo but with gloss. But they did do something that I wasn't thrilled about. And that was they used a different font. Now, I, doing graphic design and stuff, building websites, you know, learning and knowing about typography and certain things, I feel like Thumby should have flow. So like again, here, let me go back before I show you this. So look at how round the Happy Thumbs Gaming logo is. Look how round that is, right? Like Thumby is very round. And I felt like that font doesn't match him, but it actually was fairly close, and it's just got that same kind of flow to it. So they sent me this. I don't hate it. I don't like the font, but you can see what I was talking about and why I couldn't add that stupid shadowing and light to make it look good. I could do it. I've drawn 20 different versions of it. I didn't want to show you guys. It's embarrassing. But so I don't understand the yellow accent on the like the cuff link or whatever you want to refer to the darker portion on the backside. But everything else, so like I don't hate that. His eyes kind of have a little bit of like a gloss to them. And something I'm gonna make a change too. I've been noticing Reese watches other streamers. I'm gonna make this change. So if you look, I'm pointing away, right? Like I'm looking at it right now, but because of the way my camera is, it looks like I'm pointing away, right? So I'd have to look away from it to see it. So I've had this weird misconception that I think it's wrong to flip it. Which is like my logo would be backwards. But at the end of the day, do you guys really care? Wouldn't you rather see me pointing and actually being able to look at it and actually see, right? Well, doesn't that make more sense? So I'm going to do that. That's something I'm changing this weekend. So next week, if like my room looks like it's backwards, or if my shirt logo looks like it's back, it's because it is. And if you guys hate it, I'll change it back. But I feel like when I'm looking at my screen, but I can see myself pointing away from the screen, I'm pointing away, but it's over here. It's confusing, right? So and that's something that actually Loki pointed out a long time ago when I first got my green screen. Positioning of stuff can help, but if I guess I could put my camera, I could switch and put me on the other side. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. So we got some people funneling in right now. Let's see here. Connie, what's up? We got Poop going crazy with the emojis. Let's see here. Yeah, so this isn't terrible, right? You guys have any comments about the update? So I plan on replacing, and just one more time I'll show you guys, I plan on replacing the H, T, and the G. And technically they don't need to be there, but I feel like it does seem naked without it. So, but I don't really like that font. It's round too. It's got, you can see it's very, but it's, I don't know why. I think like Smurfs or elves or something when I see that. I don't think of, I don't think, it just looks fairy tale-y to me. And I'm not trying to be fairy tale-y. I'm not trying to be tough guy either, but not trying to be fairy tale-y. Yeah, let me look at my list real quick. Update logo. Okay. You know what? Oh, okay. So I do have a button. So I was talking about stats earlier. And here we go again. I'm going to be on the wrong side. Poop with a super chat. What is up? Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate that. Way to get things started off here. So stats. This was actually taken like 48 hours ago. So it is not like current. Not that you guys would know really anyways, but check this out. So I've been playing other games. You guys know that. I've been playing Spider-Man. I've been playing Modern Warfare. I've been playing Apex. I've been playing all sorts of stuff. These stats are specific to Happy Thumbs Gaming. They have nothing to do with Happy Thumbs Gaming TV. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, I feel like 2,000, almost 2,100 subs in the last 28 days. So that's not even a full month. That's not even a full calendar month. That's 4 weeks. In the last 4 weeks, we've gotten over 2,000 subs. Mind blown. Look at that watch time and those views. I mean, you guys, seriously, I don't know if you guys are just rolling through the back catalogs, watching the Lego stuff. I mean, I've looked at analytics and I can see certain things, but I'm not a master of it, so I can't see everything. But it looks to me like you guys are really watching a lot of the streams. Like, some of you show up and say hi and bye, and the watch time actually negatively affects us in this metric. But overall, the majority of you seem to be showing up and watching a half hour or hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours, and that's insane to me. I love it. So, we're going to continue to ask you what games you want to see on the streams, and we're pretty open to games, and if they're too gritty or gory, we'll move them over to the mature channel and play them over there. So really, sky's the limit as far as requests goes. The only thing that I guess there is one limitation. One limitation is that I don't really PC game. I have an Xbox One, I have a PS4, and I have a Switch that has been. I talked about bringing up. I actually need to. I need to pull the trigger and buy a special surge protector, and then I'm going to be able to move my PlayStation over here, which will help me with the temperature. It'll help me with a bunch of things. It'll also allow me to bring my Dreamcast back out. It'll also allow me to put my PS3 up top, although I'll probably leave it down. I got it kind of hodgepodgey hanging out there. But anyways, there's going to be some more. So I might be able to go back in time. We might have like 1 day a week or maybe 1 day a month or something like that where we go back and play some of the oldies. I've got a PS2. So I could fire up. I'd love to have a SOCOM Saturday here and there, or maybe a month of SOCOM Saturdays. And I don't know if anybody would be able to join me out there. Some of you guys might still have it and be available. And now the game itself, the servers have been shut down, but there are ways to play it still. There's, private networks that allow you to hook up because it's a LAN game. So the game thinks you're just in a house with somebody on a private network, but they've set it up so that you can be not local and play, which is pretty cool. But it does take a lot of stuff. Paz and I have talked about it a bunch. You gotta obviously have a working PS2 and stuff to do that kind of stuff, but that's all down the road. But if you guys want to see that stuff, I can certainly make it happen. Let's see. Brian says, "Are you going to live stream like you used to do outside?" Oh, so unfortunately, the pond is still available. In fact, ironically, my uncle is up there today. He's probably not up there right now, but he's up there now. So since Grandpa passed away back in April, or March, we don't. I don't go up there anymore. It's roughly an hour drive, 45-minute drive to get up there. And with the way my schedule's been, it's just been, I wake up and I hit the ground running, and I work until about 2:30 when Reese gets home from school, and then I'm kind of wrapping up work, and then starting to clean up and prepare hopefully for dinner, and talking to the wife, making a plan, and then we have dinner. We usually watch something as a family, and while we eat, and then it's pretty much time to walk Drex and go to bed and do it all over again. So the pond is something that I hope to get up to and do some more. It's property that we still own. It's a long story, but I have no ownership of it, but my uncle still owns it. But I have access. My uncle loves me. I love him. So it's possible at some point when the weather gets nicer that I might take my camera. I got a really nice camera. I got two really nice cameras actually. That I might take up there and do. And I'd like to incorporate Reese and do some stuff. Like we've been talking about maybe doing some goofy videos here and there too. Like just splicing in some meme type videos. Not like going and finding memes and like doing highlight memes, but like actually doing goofy kind of skits and pranks here and there. He's 15, he's got lots of friends, they like to do stupid stuff, so I figured let's record it. I see we got at least one vote for Dreamcast. Let's see here. For sure my son and I have been living on some Lego game. So yeah, that's awesome. I love the parents and the son, like the father, daughter, father, mother, all the different people. We've got grandparents playing with their grandkids. We got moms and dads playing with their kids. We got moms and dads playing with the grandparents who are also playing. It's crazy how diverse a lot of those games are and how many people really enjoy them. And I hope we get a bunch more this year. I know that we've only got one on the docket and it's a biggie, but I hope we do get more. Even though that'll mean more work for the team and whatnot, and I still gotta finish. I gotta finish with the that one game that I've been playing forever. Dum dum dum. So yeah, I pumped the brakes on this, and I haven't been playing that for a while, but we will get back to that and finish that soon. But I just wanted to thank you guys and kind of show you this. This is like real stuff that's happening right now. I mean, do the math. It took us 8 years to get 100,000. I mean, what is that per year? I mean, 100 divided by 8. I mean, that's 12 a year, something like that. 12 a year. We've already got 2 in 1 month this year. 2,000. I mean, that's a huge. That's 1/6 of it. So we're moving at double the rate, at least currently, and we expect a nice little boost too once Lego Skywalker Saga does drop. So a lot of people will return. Not everybody subscribes, but a lot of people frequent our videos because we take a lot of time and care, and we have a procedure that apparently a lot of people like. So we're grateful for it. So thank you. Let's see here. We got 26 people out there. We're making it. We're making it. Cows, nice emoji. Batman is teen. What? Oh, Batman. So that's okay though. Some of those cha-cha games, like Spider-Man, for example. There's like, not that I've really noticed. It's not gory. There is what one would label violence, right? Fighting and for the greater good, of course. But yeah, so I don't know. Like people seem to really like Spider-Man. I don't know if Batman would be totally awesome, but I know that there's a new one in the works, right? And there's like a big collection that's available too. We've got some plans. We got some things we wanna play. We're gonna return and play at least one more day of Ultimate Chicken Horse in the near future. We got some games on the docket too. So I actually have a list. Unfortunately, I didn't put it together in any kind of graphic or anything, but I do have a graphic that kind of talks about the stuff here that we'll get to in a minute. But I was tasked with putting together a list of potential games that we would play or write guides for this year. And I was tasked this by our new guy. The new guy kind of was lighting a fire under me and telling me, hey man, I'm ready to work. You better have a plan for me. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So, plus we've got the guys that we already have that contribute on, some days more than other, but I mean, obviously we got Paz, we got Tyler, we got Joey, we got, we got some guys that were lingering recently. Nick, much love, but Nick was doing a ton of stuff for us, helping out, playing and laughing and guiding us through and apexing it up with us. I don't know what happened. Nick, if you're out there, what up? But, so much love to all the people. Like, I feel like right now we have a really good momentum going. And we've got a plan that's developing that I think you guys are going to like. Speaking of the guide writers, the guy that's been pushing me, and I think you guys are really going to like him. He and I have not had a ton of time like on any kind of chat or playing games yet. So, I'm hoping he doesn't wreck me like Tyler does all the time. I'm hoping that I can at least keep up with this guy. Cause Tyler he just makes me look terrible all the time. Which might be, I might do that to others too. I don't know, but it'll be nice to be able to keep up. But I do want to go ahead and have all of you guys, welcome Adam as our guide writer. Adam is actually based out of the UK. So he is, I believe it's either 8 or 9 hours. I cannot remember. Adam, are you out in the chat? Let me know if you are. These people have got some love for you, including myself, if you is. So, basically, real quick, the story on how this came into fruition is that I decided on Wednesday last week that I needed some help with guide writing. I have help right now, but the time that's available is not always what like our needs are always going to be greater than our haves. And even if I had 10 writers, there would still be more stuff we could do with more people on staff. Hey, Andrew, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. How about yourself? Hopefully you're doing good. So I took Wednesday off and I put up this post and I said, hey guys, I'm just kind of stressing. I need to find a guide writer. I'm going to use today to focus on creating a video to let everybody know we need a guide writer, because I know there's people out there, there's probably 2 or 3 of you in the chat that would like to help. This is kind of a demanding process and there isn't a lot in return, but there are benefits to it and there are reasons that people would want to do it. So of course I have to ask, and I'm glad I did, because I was like stressing, like, oh man, I need a haircut. Like my presentation isn't very good for this video that I'm needing to create, and I'm kind of scatterbrained. And Wednesday was just kind of a rough day overall, and so I put up that post, and before I could even get into thoughts of production, I got a private message from Adam, and Adam was like, just curious, and I was like, well, here you go. And so I told him. I had a big blurb of information that I had all typed up, and he read it, and he was still interested. I didn't chase him away. And so he said, well, what would you like me to do? And I said, well, listen, this would be, helpful, but whatever you want to do, like pick something, and so we talked about it for a while, and he said, listen, I've got a lot of games that I could do that are easy, but I'd like to do something that's going to be helpful. And so as of right now, I was hoping that he and I would cross paths today before this stream happened. And I was hoping to get the guide up on our website so that I could link you guys to it. Unfortunately, it's not there. And as a result, I don't want to talk about what it is, because there's always that possibility that it might not happen. So that being said, there is a guide that is 99% done that I have in my possession. So it will make it to the website at some point. I just don't know when. And there's just like one last little bit that needs to be worked around, and it'll get done. It just might not happen right away. So be looking for a new guide. It might even get posted this weekend on the website. And if it did, it would take over right on the front page, so when you go to happythumbsgaming.com, it would definitely pop up right there, right here. Boy, I don't know why I had trouble finding that button. So it would be, instead of Complete Saga, it would push Complete Saga over, probably Marvel 2 out of the way, and then yeah. So be looking for that in the next couple of days. So that's exciting. Now that's going to be done. Now next week, we also have a project. Now this one's still up in the air, and I'll share this one with you, because I have quite a bit of confidence that we will actually indeed start this. It will start either Tuesday or Wednesday. but Adam is actually so this is actually there's a couple of details that aren't 100% yet, due to some possible changes that might happen between now and Tuesday. Right now, as it sits, Adam is going to start writing a guide for Zombie Army 4. If you guys have not followed Zombie Army before, there was a trilogy. We've played a ton of it. It's an expansion series off of the Sniper Elite series, and the Sniper Elite series is a blast. It is pretty graphic. There are X-ray shots of people's heads exploding and their daddy bits getting blown up with slow motion bullets. It is amazing, or amazeballs. Yes, I just did that. It's one of my favorite like franchises of games that is super underrated. Rebellion is the development studio behind it. If you guys have not checked it out, I highly recommend. I will be playing this, and so here's the plan. Here's the plan. Let me tell you guys what the goals are, and let's see if I can hit this. So mornings are going to be dedicated for setting up the stream and hopefully pumping out the remaining Lego Star Wars videos for the complete saga. At 10 a.m., as usual, we are going to go ahead and start. And I see your boo, bro. I see your boo. We're going to start the stream, and we're going to stream 3 hours. That's right. It's the Gilligan's Island rule. The 3-hour tour. Now, let me explain to you why we're doing that. Because 3 o'clock my time is 5 o'clock Tyler P time. Tyler P, oh, God, I love Tyler. He is my guide in the Sniper Elite universe. If you remember, Doug started off being Doug, then went to Tai, right? Tai guided me through all of my Sniper Elite needs. And dude's got a photographic memory. And, you know, so the conflict might be that if Adam writes the guide, Tyler won't have necessarily the experience or the memory of finding that stuff and playing it and writing the guide like he normally would. So we've been waiting to find out what's up with his availability, because he actually applied for a really sweet job and was waiting to hear back. But as of last we talked, he had not heard yet, and he was pretty bummed. So I'm sending positive vibes up there and hoping that the news does come either tomorrow or the next day. But I mean, he has a job and he likes his job. But this one was going to be gooder, as we like to say around here. So one way or the other, either Adam or Tyler will be writing the guide for Zombie Army 4, and we will be doing guide videos is the plan for that. So traditionally we would do, any of the trophy achievement videos, and then we also do each level, and we get all the collectibles as we go. And I get a lot of praise for the way I do it, which, a lot of people will do what I call point and shoot. They clip the edit. So they'll play like 3 hours of gameplay, and they'll clip it, and they'll find like all the collectibles while they're doing it. And this allows them to get the collectibles out of order or whatever. And they can just walk up to like say there's a fountain in the level that's very noticeable. They'll show you on the map if there's a map, but if there's not, they'll look at a fountain and they'll be like, all right, here's the fountain you're going to run to. You're going to run over here, and they'll cut it. As soon as they get that collectible, they'll cut it. Okay, here's the next point of interest. And that works really well for people. Some people love the cut and shoots, but I don't like those. I don't like those at all. I like running from spot to spot to spot. And one thing that we did with Sniper Elite, it would allow you to get to certain points. Every level did have a checkpoint that would totally screw us over. But if you played up to that checkpoint, you could knock everybody out in that area and then run back to the beginning. And then you'd have an open world of nobody. It was like a ghost town, like an apocalypse, and you could run and get every collectible unscathed because that's part of the problem in a lot of those games, is that there's so much chaos and carnage. Things are blowing up, people are shooting at you. You have to run quickly and grab this collectible. But because the game is set up the way it is, we could go clear out everybody. And if we successfully do it, then we can run right back to the beginning. And then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Some of those levels have 20, 25 collectibles in them. And again, it blew me away. Tyler would play it, and like 2 days later we would replay it, and he would be like, boom, 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 like as fast as I could run. He's like, all right, the next one's right over here, next one's right over here, next one's right over here. And that's so easy for me. All I got to do is just record it and follow the goodness, right? So I'm hoping that it works out that way. And so those videos don't have a specific schedule, but I'm trying to hit the goal of one per day. So let's recap. The goal is to get a video of Lego Star Wars out in the mornings. Now that's every day. I'm going to try to produce one and get it online. I'm going to continue to release them Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sundays. So 4 days a week, you'll get those. Those are the off days of the mainstream. But I'm going to try to do one every day. I'm also going to be streaming starting at 10. Then I'm going to get done with that. And then I'm going to go race over and meet up with Tyler and hopefully go and record at least one level per day. I don't know how many levels there are. Hopefully there's 10 to 15. I want a solid campaign, but I don't want like months worth of work either. But it's a really fun game, and months worth of work wouldn't be that bad, really. So let's hear. Andrew's asking the chat, how are you all doing? Everyone looks like it's great. Oh wow, I just got peed on, you guys. This thing just leaked all over me. That's fun. I'm doing good. Channel's doing good too. Views are almost up to 700 subscribers, and my watch time minutes up too. Hey, that's good, man. That's good. Yeah, it's a tricky thing, man. Like, you know, getting those watch time minutes up as well as the views to match the subscribers. It's not always an easy feat. You hit a certain milestone, and you're always going to be in that 10% or lower regimen, really, or 20%, unless you're like PewDiePie, who I don't know what his watch time is, but it's probably pretty legit. Let's see here. Coming to a bookstore near you. Yeah, speaking of which, you guys see that Seinfeld has a new book called, what is it? Sign language. I thought that was pretty quirky and tricky. Sign spelled like Seinfeld as opposed to like sign language, you know, like sign language. So yeah, stoked. We got Adam. You know, Tyler's going to be involved with some stuff in the near future. You know, Joey's going to be helping on the day to day. You know, Paz is our idea man, and you know, there's potential for things more to come from him as well. So I'm pretty stoked. You know, if you guys are out there and you wanted to help out, we do have other positions that do need to be filled too. I get a ton of emails that basically have press releases of video games. Now, a lot of these games are independent games, mobile games, very small scale, not a huge budget. Some of them come with review codes, some of them don't. And basically, these people are sending me emails trying to get me to spread the information. And, you know, half the time these emails are actually worded, ready to go, official press releases. So they just need like a title, copy and paste it. You know, some of them are review codes that need to be games played, reviewed, and responded to in a timely manner. And then posted as a review with a different, you know, we have a scale system. And so there are different, you know, things. You know, we're still looking for another guide writer too. So, you know, there are positions that are needing to be filled. You know, there are all volunteer positions, but like I said, there's definitely some things that you know, like I cover a lot of the games. Like if you were to do a review, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to cover the cost of it. You know, it doesn't always work that way. And I mean, sometimes it's happened, like, for example, when Gary was helping us out, you know, Gary, shout out to Gary, by the way, if you're watching, my dude, much love, man. I hope you're doing well. You know, I'd love to hear from you, but no expectations too. I know you got some stuff you're working out. So I hope everything's good. But, you know, Gary had like every game under the sun. Like I've never seen, he's a digital guy too. Like Tyler has a great collection. Doug, I've met lots of guys that have crazy collections of games, but digitally you can share those. And, you know, the physicals you can't, not unless you're local. And so anyways, Gary shared a lot of games with me versus me hooking him up. So that was like kind of an off time there. But anyways, and you know, Simon, what's up, my dude? You know what? This should be February game break for you, right? Isn't it already February 1 over where you're at? That's crazy. Thanks for stopping by. I do believe I saw Loki say good day, mate, but I must have missed your original post, or maybe it didn't show through here. I'm scrolling through still in the other ones. I don't see it, but good to see you. By far the best Lego game videos ever. Appreciate that, Todd. That's some very kind words there. Nice. Greg saying same thing. Appreciate that, you guys. You guys. That's awesome. All right. So moving right along. I don't have a whole lot left, to be honest with you. I do got some stuff, but you know, really moving forward, you know, knowing that we have done really well with, you know, following your lead on what kind of games you want to see us play and the watch time being up. And I think that's important. I mean, the interactivity between us, I think, is crucial to me succeeding. Like I'm gonna get views and gonna get watched with as many subs as I have now, and as long as I keep uploading content, there's always gonna be the 300 to 500 views on the new videos, and people are still gonna traffic the old ones. And you know, as long as I don't get thrown into like that category and my channel shut down, then you know, things will continue to move at a steady pace. And I mean, I could even like quit uploading, and I would probably still, you know, I would see a slow decline of views and money and watch time and everything, and then I would say probably a few months at least before it starts to die down on a massive level. But I mean, I want to take this. I want to try to make this like the year. And, you know, my wife and I have been back and forth about stuff. You know, sometimes being a YouTuber is tough. Adpocalypse was a rough time for my household because I was spending, you know, 8 to 10 hours a day working, producing content, creating giveaways, buying stuff to give away, paying to send it to places. And you know, ads weren't being run. And if they were very minimal. You know, so over the years, there's definitely been some highs and lows. And like, you know, right now is definitely, you know, we're definitely rising, and it feels amazing. And I'm hoping that we can continue that, because like this is tough, and I'm sure you guys know. Thank you so much, Andrew. Much love with the super sticker there. That's actually really cool. Looks like a pair. He's got a headband in. Is that dude working out? Is that pair working out? Is that what I'm doing? Is that, because I mean, that's kind of, I talk with my hands a lot. Is that kind of how? Is that me? Is that what's going on here? And let's see here. What's this going on? Let's see here. My first message was, "I'm still here despite fires and floods." That's good, man. I've actually seen a lot of your posts on the Facebook, as we are friends, and I've been keeping an eye on you. That's good to hear, man. That's it's crazy. And let's see here. Todd, you got a birthday coming up? Did I miss that too? Like, so here's the benefits of having Joy in my ear. Like I told her, it's not needed. I can handle this. I got the chat right in front of me today. Like, fine, go do your family stuff. And now I'm like missing everybody, missing everything. So I guess I did need you. I guess I did kind of need you. I keep waiting for the bling, have him pop in my ear too. So you know, giveaways happening right now. It's already up. It's early. If you have not already seen, it is a Lego Movie 2 poly bag and some stickers. Oh, you're coming back? Go away, dude. Let me cancel. Let me turn this off real quick. No, I'm just kidding. We're wrapping it up. Really no need. I was more joking than anything, but because I've been missing everything. But you know, I do have a few more minutes left, so we do have Patreon shoutouts, and I do have one last little topic. Like I was basically rolling into this pretty little graphic right here. What games do you want to see this year? You know, and there's kind of two types of games or content, I guess, right now that we would say, uh-oh, here he is. He's here. He's in my ear. So, what do you guys want to see? Like we have got the guide videos, and then we've got like the stream videos. I hear you, and everything else in the background, including myself. You know, so we've got, you know, like long-term games. I mean, do you guys like the whole concept of like categorizing days of the week, like Monday being multiplayer Mondays? Now, you know, we'll pretty much stay with a steady game for a while, and then we'll switch it. Another multiplayer game. I like streaming the multiplayer stuff because having other people in the squad and the talk and the banter, I feel it brings a whole nother dynamic. Like it's cool like talking one-on-one and be in the chat. It's cool just doing streams and playing, watching me play Resident Evil or whatever. But when like we're, you know, playing a game like Apex, or playing a game like, you know, Battlefront 2, where we're playing against the computer, working as a group, like I feel like that's more entertaining to watch, but I'm not watching. So you guys got to tell me what you want to see. Mango, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I do remember Mango. Let's see here. Go to Facebook and like the page post. There, yep, there you go. That's how you enter. The giveaway is on Facebook. It's facebook.com/HappyThumbsGaming. I just blasted one of these a minute ago. There we go. Be off land. So there you go. There's no, obviously no clickable link or anything right there. A good moderator would oh yeah, hey, I forgot you couldn't even hear me. I was talking to you saying things, but I'm sure you could hear me. And I forgot to put my mic down. Hey, I had him on mute. Should have told y'all to tell him he's on mute. And hey, what happened with our background stuff here? What's going on here? I feel like we're It's not as windy as it should be anymore. What happened? The wind stopped blowing. Oh, you know what? So last month, I actually spent a fair amount of time creating an overlay that was going to make it snow, and I talked about it snowing, and then I never made it snow. So check this out. I'm going to make it snow, even though it's not exact and specific, but like it doesn't look the same on this background. It looks it looks like the other one. The other one was a little different. Now it looks kind of gray for some reason. I'm not sure what the contrast of the background really makes it look like it's dirty apocalyptic snow. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I spent time and then I didn't use it. I feel like a complete moron because I was like, hey, I made snow, look at that. Oh, snow, sorry. But anyways, it's now snowing. And you know, game. So Vampire I'm seeing there. I'm familiar with the title. I've not really looked at any gameplay or anything, so I have to look into that. I know that I have a list and I can actually pull it up and start just labeling some of the stuff. So games that are possibles that we might see come to the channel, you know, are things like Zombie Army 4. You know, Apex Legends Season 4 starts on Tuesday, so we're likely to play some of that next week. The Dark Crystal has a game called Age of Resistance Tactics. I don't know anything about it, but I'm a fan of the Dark Crystal, so I thought maybe worth a look. You know, also, these are all on February 4th. These are all on Tuesday. Life is Strange 2 Collector's Edition. I didn't play the first one. If that's something you guys would like to see me do, let me know. I know that Tyler is a pretty big fan of many things, but One Punch Man was a show that he recommended to me a while back, and I saw that there was a game coming out at the end of the month. So that might be something that we have him cover if he is up for it and has time. You know, and it might be something that gets videos too. It might get videos from him. You know, that's kind of the direction we were going when we started HTG TV, but we haven't really had the discussion since his responsibilities kicked up and he had to step back for a while. So, you know, I'm just pitching games that you know, are definitely possibilities but not for sure. Neo 2 is another one. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, so that's a director's cut of something that I've never heard of. Pokemon's huge. I know nothing about Pokemon. But there's also MLB The Show 20. There's a lot of sports games, you know, and I don't know if you guys would ever care to see me playing any sports games or not. Doom has a new game called Doom Eternal coming out. I know that some people have asked for Doom. I know for sure I will be playing Resident Evil 3 on our mature channel starting April. Well, I don't know if April 3rd is the... Well, it's a Tuesday, so yeah, we will be playing it April 3rd. In fact, that works out good for Apex Legends Season 4 too, coming out on Tuesday, because that'll be the opening day of that. So we'll get to strike while the iron is hot, as a wise man once told me. Ooh, is that... I don't know. I don't want that to come across as a jab, but it was supposed to be a compliment. Final Fantasy VII Remake is actually dropping in April as well. One game that you're definitely going to see me play on the mature channel, and depending on how it plays out, you're going to see maybe Predator Hunting Grounds on this channel as well. That is a multiplayer game where it's 1v5. So you get to either play as a group of mercenaries trying to take down the infamous Predator, if you guys have ever seen the movie Predator. Or you get to play as the Predator and take down a bunch of guys. So, you know, you're obviously very overpowered. It is likely going to lead in the favor of the Predator to win every round, but if the 5 guys work together, they stand a chance. So there was another game that was to be determined in April, and it was labeled Minecraft Dungeons. I labeled that on this list because Minecraft's, you know, if that is the Minecraft with story, then I'm all in. And I don't mean like story mode. That was cool, but I meant like a legit Minecraft where I'm, you know, hacking away at blocks like you do, and I can build whatever like you do, but having actual quests and a story and like maybe even some cutscenes that would have been similar to the story mode. I think that would be cool. That would drive me to play Minecraft. Minecraft, the fact that it requires creativity, I just don't have what it needs to be successful on that platform. Tyler and I have talked about a survival series in the past, and that's still possible, especially if you guys want to see that. I would probably rage out quite a bit, and that might be the funnest part of the streams. But there's also another game called What the Golf, and it's labeled as April, early 2020. I'm not sure if that's going to make it or not, but we'll see. But I like golf. I like funny stuff. You know, there's definitely, you know, possibilities of that. Moving forward to May, we got a couple games labeled here. In fact, 4 of them. One of them I'm probably going to get a loud shriek in my ear when I yell it out. Um, First one is Marvel's Iron Man VR. That is something that I hope to. I still haven't messed with the VR up here. I'm very limited. I mean, screen's right there, and my desk is right here. I've got no room to turn at all before I move the screen. So like, VR might not be a possibility spatially. And then if I can get by that, then I still have to. I've got old man's disease, so I don't really do well with like roller coasters and that stuff. Like even the visuals make me sick, and I get nauseous and hot and sweaty, and I could probably end up vomiting, which may be the funny part of the stream too, but I don't think I really want to put myself through that kind of torture. Moving on though, we got Wasteland 3. The Last of Us 2 is definitely going to get some treatment from us. In the past, we did the first one, we did the collectibles. It was really tough. There was actually major glitches with the collectibles. In fact, Doug wrote the guide for us, and I don't think he got the platinum. He was able to show me where they all were, but something glitched on his end. And if he did get the platinum, he had to go all the way back and play the whole game over again. And he may have played it like when it remastered and got his, vindication on that. But last but not least, and the one that'll I should probably put, May 30th, it looks like Fast and the Furious Crossroads come out. So I don't know. Ooh, okay. See, I was right. A good thing I pulled my ears. Then June and July is kind of dead. August is really dead too as far as games come out. Now, reason being, E3 takes place. I believe is it Gamescom, the one that happens over in Germany? I believe is also shortly, like within the month of E3. So there's a lot of cons happening then, and then obviously end of August, early September is when they start or do PAX West. So that's when a lot of companies are traveling and doing stuff. So a lot of games get released. They actually get lost in the shuffle if they do get released during those times. So Iron Harvest, Marvel's Avengers, and Cyberpunk are all listed for September. Holiday, Halo Infinite. I've never been a Halo guy, but I know it's popular. And if you guys want to see that, it's possible. I will say that Adam, our guide writer, he is an Xbox dominant guy, so you may see more Xbox title-y stuff too, like some of those exclusives. Like I've always had an Xbox One for the exclusives, but he's like me, but the opposite. He's got a PS4 for the PS4 exclusives, but plays all his games and hunts achievements. So and on the Xbox, so that'll be interesting. So Godfall is obviously a holiday release that'll be expected to be on the PS5. I don't know if it's going to be a PS4 title. I do know that it's a launch title for the 5, so I doubt it'll make it to the 4. It doesn't make any sense to do that way. Maybe later. And then holiday, obviously COD. Every year they have a Call of Duty that comes out. Good news for you Call of Duty guys. There's going to be lots more play of that as well. Adam is huge into the zombies. Reese is also huge into the zombies, and he said, "Look, I know I don't do a lot, and I don't have a lot to offer as far as my time and things, but." He said, dude, if there's zombies involved, I'm really wanting to be involved. So, and then, of course, to be determined, games that have no release date yet. You're probably going, what the crap? You haven't talked about Lego Skywalker. Yeah, well, Lego, the Skywalker saga has not been released yet on any kind of date, so there's no expectation. Now, this next one, I'm probably going to get a whole bunch of flack in the chat about the date on this one. I don't have a date for this, but I do believe it's been released. And Ben, if you're there, you might be able to confirm this. Loki, you might know too. I just feel like both of you guys have talked to me about this in the past. But SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which the Rehydrated makes me feel like that is a remaster. I've been told different things from different people, but moving along, we got Disintegration, Little Nightmares 2, Watch Dogs Legion, Psychonauts 2, 12 Minutes, which actually caught my attention. It looks really cool, very different. Skull and Bones, Dying Light 2, Skatebird, Sonic at the Olympic Games, State of Decay 2, Space Channel 5 VR. If you guys know Dreamcast stuff, if you're old like me and you had a DC, Space Channel 5 was the kind of the equivalent to like Parappa da Rappa. It was like Sega's version of a dance beat rhythm game, and it was awesome. Ooh La La was, I always thought her name was Eulela, but it's Ooh La La, and she was like this crazy futuristic gal, and she would dance and do all the stuff in her purple outfit, and I look forward to that. Some other games that were in development that were worth mentioning that do not have anywhere near a release date but are in the cards for us. The last one's going to make you trip. You're going to be like, what? Loki's out. All right, Loki, have a good one. Back for Blood, GTA 6, Destiny 3, Fallout 5, Horizon Zero 2, Horizon Zero Dawn 2, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. I don't know if they have a name, a working title for that. Overwatch 2, Resident Evil 8, Skate 4, The Wolf Among Us 2, which I was really surprised to see that back in development. So that means that somebody did pick up at least the ownership of the TT games. That not TT that makes the Lego stuff, but Tall Tale that makes the other story based, like the the Minecraft story mode games, and so there's another one in the works. That'll be cool. And then last but not least, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine. So those are the games I have. If you guys are interested in seeing some or more of those, two that didn't make the list. Oh snap! Poop Star, you got another Star Trek Online. Okay, I didn't even have the stream chat up. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't know that Loki was leaving either. But thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I'll definitely look into Star Trek. I know that you suggested that a while back, and I have not had time to look at that. In fact, I'll take it out right now. But yeah, so what else we got? We got so one was Animal Crossing. One of the games that didn't make the list was Animal Crossing. That is a game that I'm not really familiar with, but it is very popular. In fact, they even have a special Switch that's coming out that will be themed in Animal Crossing. I believe it's exclusive to the Switch. I'm not 100% on that though. So like I said, I don't know anything about anything. But that was one of the games that was added to the list. And then another one. What was the other one? You had one that I can't remember the name of it, Joe. Starfield, which is a Bethesda created game, and it's basically going to be kind of like Skyrim in space. See, I remembered you told me that, but I was drawing a blank on what its name was. Their first original RPG in 25 years. Cool. Let's see here. I think Sony is waiting for E3 2020. So here's the thing. Have you not heard? Sony has decided they are not taking part in E3 again. So I would say pretty strongly that they are not going to be doing a PS5 demo or release at E3. I know you just left, so but you know, definitely I don't know what they're gonna do. Joey was speculating earlier that he thinks that they are going to be playing or showing some stuff here in the next couple of weeks, February or 7th through 10th or so, because that's kind of traditionally where they've done it. Harry asks, hey Brian, how about Ghostbusters the video game remastered? We were actually on track to play that, and Gary actually picked it up when Gary was helping us out, and then when he stepped down, the game went with him because he had purchased it, and I didn't have anybody else to play it with. So that's always a possibility. That's one of those games that would be best suited for 4 players. I don't know if you got it or whatever, but at this point, it's a request, and it's certainly an opportunity that we might jump on, and depending on how things work out, we definitely are going to focus on I almost called it Sniper Elite 4. Zombie Army 4 next week to go along with our streams. If you guys have a special request for the games you'd like to see us stream, I know that next week Apex will certainly get Tuesday on Happy Guns Gaming TV. As far as Thursday goes, I don't know. If you guys really want to see God of War and me grinding out collectibles, I could probably make that happen. I wouldn't mind a platinum trophy. I just don't know how fun that's going to be to watch me traveling, lots of load times going from area to area. But yeah, so we got lots of opportunities, and like I said, Dreamcast is a possibility. PS3 games. I know some people have requested Kung Fu Panda, and so I've got most of the consoles. Reese has a NES Classic. He also has the Genesis Classic. And those are HDMI. I can plug those into my game capture just as easy as a PS4 or whatever. So basically anything goes except for PC. I mean, and even PC can be kind of worked out. The real problem with the PC streams is that I do not have, my software is different. So generally I don't have my capture cards are external and require an HDMI. It's really complicated trying to explain this, but it doesn't work. So I have capture software that doesn't need a cap, but I've never streamed with it, so I don't know. And I'm not familiar with the buttons. I don't know if it works with OBS. I don't think it does. I have to move all the OBS over here. So I just haven't done. It's just lots of unknown. That's really what it comes down to. Let's hear Ghostbusters video game remastered. Whoa. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Post the contest. Thanks for the reminder, myself. I already got it done. Wife is asking me what I want for dinner, and she knows I'm busy. Sure. I'll just answer. Sure. She was. Do you want in and out? So yeah, sure. No, it was actually she was asking if I wanted Mexican food. I said sure. That sounds delicious. Let's see. I used Lego Batman 2 Citizen Apparel walkthrough. I missed one of the guys. The water up near the. Yeah, some of those guys were kind of hard to find. Impossible Whopper for dinner. No thanks. I've heard horror stories about those. I actually watched the video. You guys know who Brad and Jen is? I can't think of Brad's last name, but they're from somewhere over there, and they basically Jen is the girlfriend. She is, or the wife, and Brad's the husband. He always picks on her, and she doesn't seem to be very smart. I'm convinced it's an act. I don't think she's as dumb as she claims to be, but they have all these things, and some of them are good. You should definitely check those out. There's one about the impossible. It's a chicken sandwich. She gets a plant-based chicken sandwich from KFC. Brad brings it home for her. It says, "Here you go," and she's like, "What is this? What is this? Take care, Poop. Thanks for hanging. What is this?" She's like freaking out, like, why would you go to KFC to get a chicken sandwich that is plant-based? Why would you? You know, she's like, and she doesn't understand that some people just, it's not as easy to get plant-based stuff, especially. So anyway, it's hilarious. Star Wars: The Fallen Order is definitely something we would like to play as well. I've been waiting for that game to go on sale. Basically, as soon as it goes on sale, I plan on picking it up. I know that Kirsten and a couple other people out there are in the same boat as us. So definitely something you will likely see real soon, Harry. I don't know why I still call you Harry, just by nature. I just always do. My bad. Let's see. Lego Batman 2 flying controls and some city puzzles. Yes. My worst case of flying was Lego Marvel Superheroes. That seemed to be the worst ever. No, it was. I think the Lego provided more of a turbulence. He was making fun of my flying in Battlefront the other day because he got me into a flying round that I didn't realize we were flying only, and I was flying all over. The sticks were it was crazy sensitive. Brian says if you ever decide to play Mortal Kombat 11 on your mature channel, I might be able to play it with you guys, but I don't have a headset for chatting while playing. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not good at those button mashing like tournament fighters. So I'm hesitant to play those because I will just get wrecked by anybody and everybody. Like, this would be Joey's one chance to actually dominate me, and I don't really know if I want to offer him something like that. So Adam says Mortal Kombat 11. Let's see here. I'm not doing anything. I'm not a I'm not a football fan at all. Like, I'm actually bummed out there's no basketball on that day. Generally, I'm an NBA guy. I'm really stoked tonight. In about an hour, the Blazers tip off against the Lakers, and it's the first game the Lakers play since the Kobe tragedy. Rest in peace, everybody on that helicopter. It was a tragic thing. If you haven't heard it yet, it's crazy. Yes, Regia, I have seen the reboot. It is pretty interesting. Clearly everyone's gotten older. I love Kevin Smith, so definitely enjoyed the movie, but it's I think he might have peaked out at the original Strike Back. I think that might have been like the top, and not that it's not right here coming down. Right, I hope that Clerks 3 works out now that Jeff and him have reconciled, and I really hope so. It actually just worked out a little bit ago that Tyler P was able to pass on a code to Joey that was a digital copy of the movie, so it's kind of nice. It's funny you bring that up. So Joey's going to get to watch the movie likely tonight for the first time, while Tyler and I have both seen it, so we'll all be able to talk about it and laugh about it. Nice. So they're going to watch with the family. That's not a family movie. You better not watch that with the family. I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear that. All right, so you guys have had plenty of time. There's always, Facebook. There's always messages, Twitter, everywhere, anywhere. You message me, I will listen. We will get her done. All right, so what was I gonna say here? We're getting pretty close to the end of the show, you guys. I know the snow. Let's make the snow stop. That's enough. Let's bring on the windy clouds again. I don't know why those haven't popped back out. Maybe somebody will grace us with this. Maybe. Joey's requested the snow stop. He lives in Wyoming where it snows all the time, and we got a snow front moving across here. All right, last but not least, let's jump into our Patreon stuff. So if you guys don't know, patreon.com is a place where you guys can support the creators directly, and a lot of you do, and we are grateful for it. With the adpocalypse and all that stuff when that was going on, this was a really nice saving grace to kind of lean on, and have some extra stuff. And over the years, you guys have, you bought this chair for me, you guys bought this green screen for me, you guys bought this light that lights up this. So it has really gone right back into the channel, and it has helped me improve and hopefully create better content than I used to, with just quality stuff. So let's see here. Yeah, I definitely love the commercials for the big game. Oh yeah, that's true. I very much enjoy those, and hopefully we'll get to see some good ones, and I hopefully won't have to watch the show. Somebody asked too, I think it was Simon actually, and I feel terrible. I actually saw it and I forgot to mention it. Sea of Thieves on Xbox is a game that's been brought up a couple of times, and I would really like to check that out. Unfortunately, Joey is a huge pirate guy, but does not currently have an Xbox One. So with Taxmas coming up, maybe we'll have to try and work something out between the two of us. But I do believe that we have a couple of other Xbox available in our team. And if Joey got it, that might be a team of four. I don't know. Is multiplayer? Can you play 4 players? Or how does that work? And don't worry about spelling. Usually we know it. If it's really bad, like if you put like hello and it ends up saying like murder you or something, then definitely retract it. But if it's just something simple, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. We'll get the gist of it. But yes, let's see here. Just checking stuff. Skull and Bones. Yes, so I think honestly, Skull and Bones is the game that Joey brought up to me a couple weeks ago. He was asking about a particular game that he heard about, but I don't know if he couldn't remember the name of it, so we were searching for it. And I think Skull and Bones is the one. It's basically like I don't know if it's an MMO or just an RPG, but it is a large scale pirate game, and it looks pretty cool. So yeah, he's confirming that's pretty much it. Gods and Monsters. Hey Michael, what's up? These are Michael's suggestions, by the way. Oh no, Thumbie is floating away in a cloud. Yeah, it's definitely windy. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. See, and like here, I'm looking at the screen, but I'm looking away. But I'm legit looking at him coming at me right now, which is why I need to do the old flipperoo on the camera. So I'm gonna do that. So Adam, you'll have to embrace the logo right now. This will be the last time that you see this logo right side if all goes as planned. It'll still be there, but it'll be backwards. Not like me backwards, but like backwards. But then when I point at the screen, it's going to point at the screen. It's annoying. I actually, to be honest with you, I've never been for doing that. And today we were watching, I was downstairs hanging with Reese when he got home, and he fired up YouTube, and we were watching Noah J, who is a big time Call of Duty guy. He plays lots of zombies. He plays other things too, but he's pretty much like a Call of Duty god. I mean, he knows those zombies. He's gotten all the Easter eggs. He's beaten a lot of the Easter eggs. He's one of the first couple of people that does them every time. Super funny guy, and he's really like, he's family friendly. He doesn't cuss a lot. He doesn't need to, and that's what I love. Channels like that, like mine, where I'm a foul-mouthed dude. When I'm angry or when I'm playing a game or something, Joey and everybody else has played Paz. They'll tell you, yes, he is. How I've managed to keep it clean for so long, I don't really know, but I love the fact that I've succeeded without being foul, right? Like, it's not necessarily that I'm trying to be on a straight arrow or whatever, but I feel like, I feel proud that I've been able to succeed with very minimal, like, derogatory and that kind of stuff. But let's see here. And all right, perfect, Adam. Great. I just wanted to let you know, because it's one of those things. Like, I often, when I see that, as when I often pull his shirt out, I make sure, nope, it's a Tuesday. We don't see him on Tuesdays. I gotta wait till Wednesday or Friday. And I always try to pick and choose when it gets worn, because I know I don't know them all. You surprise me sometimes and pop in and say hi in games that I think, you know what, he probably wouldn't show up for this game, right? Because I know what your preferences are. We've talked about it. So anyways, let's see here. Brian Park says, besides the Lego game, is there a game you are looking forward to? So yes, the games that out of that list that I read, there's quite a few that let me pull it back up again. Oh man, why did I minimize the whole thing? Excuse me too. I'm still fighting this stupid cold. Like I can't seem to get rid of this thing, and I know it's everybody's deal. But so games that I'm looking forward to: Zombie Army 4 next week. Great game. Like I said, it is a graphic game, but it is one of those games that I feel that, like, in order to really define that we are still doing the same commentary and whatever, but we're also not specific to, like, we're not catering to kids. Like, we're not creating content. We want to make sure that our all ages concept is actually being utilized. We're still making stuff for, you know, people who like Lego, which is all ages, right? And we're still doing teen and mature. We just want to make sure that when YouTube does their searches, that we are not falling into, oh, well, he only does Lego, and oh, he's got a kid in the video, and all these things that would check boxes and eventually get us in trouble. So Zombie Army 4 will be played in, hopefully, like I said, a guide form if it works out, and we'll have a lot of fun, and we'll destroy bones. Like, you can, it's crazy how intense those, it just explodes the shoulder. It's crazy, but I actually really enjoy it. I'm not somebody who feeds off gore. In fact, I don't watch any, like, MMA fights. I don't watch any boxing. I don't watch any of that. You know, football, as I mentioned, I'm not a football guy. Like, so I don't really get it. And I don't like slasher flicks either. Like the Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Streets are kind of the only ones that I've really got under my belt. Halloween's kind of in there too, but I mean, and Leprechaun, you know, all the ones that were out when I was a kid that I was exposed to, that I watched those, and I kind of have a nostalgia value for some of them, so I've returned some. So, but for the most part, I don't watch it like the Hills Have Eyes and stuff like that. Like, I watched the first one, I was like, nope, not for me, you know, and like the Hotel, nope, not for me. You know, there's a lot of things that, you know, No Vacancies, nope, not for me, any of that stuff. Now, I like paranormal stuff, I like to be scared, but I don't like just blatant, like, if it's just somebody on a spree doing that, like, I'm not into that at all. But this game is pretty gory, and I am into it. So, just clarifying my appeal for the definitely Resident Evil 3. I never played 3, so this is going to be fun for me to go back. I pretty much, I played 1 a little bit and didn't get into it, and then was in my, well, the game that won't be mentioned. I was in my days of that. And I pretty much was exclusive to that game, so I didn't really jump off and play it. And so it wasn't until years later that I eventually got the remake of 4, and that's basically when my Resident Evil journeys really began. I mean, I'd watched the movies and loved the movies, but I'd never really played the games like they should have been. And so this is going to be fun for me. I get to go back and play it with the updated control scheme, because that was kind of part of the problem. Like, I didn't like the way the controls were very different. They had their own scheme versus all the regular third-person and first-person games. Other games, Predator Hunting Ground, very much looking forward to that. Last of Us 2, very much looking forward to that. You know, Avengers looks pretty cool. You know, I'm a fan of that. Skywalker Saga obviously is on this. SpongeBob SquarePants, I've always found SpongeBob to be pretty funny. Hostel was another one that's terrible too. No Vacancy was the one that's got like Luke Wilson, I think, in it or something. But yeah, Hostel's bad too. All those ones are just, I'm just not into it. People like that stuff. I'm just not into that. Let's see here. Space Channel 5 for nostalgia value. I definitely want to, you know, I'll have to look through my Dreamcast. I have a whole book full of games. You know, you've mentioned that a couple of times. I've never played that game. Joy's suggesting just destroy all humans. I've never played it. I fault me if you will, but I've never played it. So see, Critters got their own TV show now. So I saw that they, in fact, it was on Crackle or something. They had their own movie that they redid, and I actually was gonna watch it, but I told Reese there's no way I'm letting him watch the new one until he watches the old one. Cause the old ones are cringe-tastic, right? They go pew, 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 pew. Like, those are, I actually don't hate those ones either. So anything from like the 80s and 90s, like, I totally get into that, but not really into the newer stuff. And beyond that, let's see, I'm just looking at the last, Back 4 Blood. So if you guys don't know, I'm a huge Left 4 Dead fan. Now, Back 4 Blood is not made by the same people, but it is rumored to have some of the development team on this team, and so, and it plays just like it. There's like safe house to safe house to safe house, and it looks really fun, but there's no date yet, so it might be a 2021 release. You know, GTFO GTFO is on PC and early access right now. I'm hoping that it does release on console because you guys know I don't play PC very well. So I'm hoping that comes out and that'll be legit too. But that's pretty much you know, my stuff. I did pick up Jazz Punk the other day when I was doing the Easy Platinum series. I know a lot of you guys requested that game, and we kind of steered away from it because it was kind of, well, it was expensive at the time. It was like $20 for an hour-long game or 2-hour-long game, and on top of that, there was it was also teen, and we weren't really wanting. And then the changes happened, so now I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So if you guys are still interested in seeing that, we might bring the Easy Platinums back here and there, and I might do like pop-up streams on like the weekends or at night or something like. Those being only an hour long or 2 hours long, like those are pretty easy to slide in a lot of places. So, giggity. Let's see here. Todd Bennett, did you do any videos on the original Lego Batman? No. So let me explain that one. That one does not have trophies. It does have achievements if you play on the Xbox, but for the PlayStation side, it does not have the trophies. Peace out, Loki. Essentially, we hope to get it done at some point, because now I'm playing, like right now I'm playing TCS, the Complete Saga. That doesn't have trophies either. That's why I didn't play it originally. And that's why Doug started with Lego Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars, when he did the Star Wars many years ago, because it had trophies. And at the time, I don't think he had an Xbox, not a 360 anyways. He had a One. I don't think he had. Anyways, now you can play it on the One. So that's how I'm playing it, and likely how we will eventually get to Lego Batman 1. Another one that's out there too is Lego Indy. Lego Indy 1 has achievements, I believe, but no trophies. And Lego Indy 2 has trophies and achievements. So we hope to get both of those, all three of them. Both the Indies and the Lego Batman 1 hopefully will be at least in a guide form, if not having videos too. I wonder at this point, like Lego Batman, would people watch? I mean, like Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, we did that because we wanted to fill the gap between when the announcement of Lego Star Wars Skywalker was made to when it came out, but like we didn't realize it was going to be a whole year. And it still could be 10 months out. We could still be 10 months out. It could come out in November, right? And it could come out in December. It could be 11 months out. So that's what's crazy. So we've tried to fill that gap, and we have been. And let's see here. Cow says adverts, blah. Gotta pay the bills, right? Let's see here. And Sono says, what's up? Oh, actually says, yo. So I will say in return, what's up? Todd says Lego Star Wars 2 is free on Xbox One right now. Oh, well, booyah, kashow. The Lego Star Wars 2? Is that the Complete Saga? 2. Lego Indy 1 is far less frustrating than Lego Indy 2. Huh. Well, I will say that a while back, Nick began writing a guide for Lego Indy 2, and then it never got finished before we lost contact with him. So, but I know that he was like telling me about it. He was like, dude, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. And he was like writing all these like descriptions, and like I wasn't getting why, but he was like, dude, when you play it, you'll understand. It's like, well, I don't have it, so I'm not playing it right now, and I don't want to play it yet because I'm not ready to record it, and I don't want people seeing me play it thinking I'm gonna play it and record it. I want to wait till the guide's done. So just like the process. No, the OG trilogy. So 2 is just like before the Complete Saga then. Does it have achievements too? It's the same levels covered in the Complete Saga though, just not as fancified, right? All right. Hey guys, last but not least, let's get to the Patreon stuff. Hey, what is up? This is our $5 supporter tier. Everybody here is either at $5 or up. These guys have all been added to our Happy Thumb Namer wall on our main website. If you have not checked it out, please do. Basically, if you've ever contributed to our Patreon account, you get added to the Happy Thumb Namer wall. If that's something you'd like to see, go ahead and follow patreon.com/happythumbsgaming, and it'll take you right on over there and show you what is good, and you can pick a tier that works for you. Now, keep in mind, too, we don't expect any of that from you guys. Some of you like to go above and beyond. Some of you have asked that we set stuff like that up. I get called an e-beggar sometimes because I mention that stuff, but there are a lot of people that genuinely like to give and help out and do things, and just, like, I mean, for all the hours you guys have watched my videos, some of you feel like you owe me. Nobody owes me anything, just to be straight. Nobody owes me nothing. But it is awesome that you guys shower me with these super chats, these super stickers, the memberships. A lot of you guys, I mean, we got tons of members now. I didn't think anybody was going to do that, and now we've got a bunch, and we're on the verge of unlocking more emojis because we're getting more and more people, and that's awesome. Some of the names that are on that list never text or chat during stream, so maybe they're lurking and always there, and I just don't know it, but that's cool to me. Like, that's really cool that, and at 99 cents, it's not a real loss for many, right? I mean, most people got $1 a month to part with. Not everybody. I understand money don't grow on trees, but I mean, at 99 cents, that's pretty good. You get extra money. So anyways, Kirsten, what is up? She says, totally forgot about the game break. Listen, Kirsten, the good news is I've been stalling for an hour. You're here now. I can start. No, I am kidding. As much as I wish that were true, we are wrapping it up. We're actually in the Patreon shoutouts, which are a little bit shorter this month because we actually had one step from the 10 to the 5, and one of them was a supplemental one that I'd been adding because I'd messed up the year before. Missed a couple of months that they were supporters, and I made sure to include. And I did the whole year last year, so they got whole year's worth of shout outs, and I missed like 2 months, I think. So, but she called me on it. She was totally right. She's like, look, I discontinued my thing, and I did it because you weren't doing this. And I was like, you're right. I had a reason for it. My grandfather had gone to the hospital, or grandma had gone to the hospital. Grandpa went into old folk home or retirement home, whatever you want to call it. And anyways, Flord, what is up? I'm not sure I've seen your name before. Welcome to the stream. Both Lego Indies were bad. Yeah, I haven't played them, so I have no idea. Like I said, I hope to at some point. I've heard that Lego Indie won, and I've read that it's like a 15 to 25 hour guy, so it's not a very long 100% completion. I can dig that. I don't know about 2 though. Like I said, I had Nick working on that, and it just and he may be still working on it. I haven't talked to him in over a month, so I'm just assuming that those ties have been cut. And although when I see him online, I do invite him, and I message him every once in a while, or comment when he posts about something that I care about. I don't hear back from him. So, and I know Joey and Reese and a bunch of other people. I don't know if any of you guys have reached out, but hey, thanks, Florida. I appreciate that. That's kind of where our niche fell into was making those Lego videos, and we're trying to expand and get live streaming and all sorts of other stuff. This game break is just a little extra element of fun that we like to bring to the table here. And I should probably wrap this up. My wife is going to be home soon. So real quick, let's go ahead and get to the Patreon shoutouts one last time, just in case you're not sure about Patreon. These are in no specific order. Actually, they're in alphabetical on how the list came this time, but no more importance, I guess. These guys are all amazing. Most of these guys have been here since day one, supporting us on Patreon, and it's amazing. Some of you probably just forgot. You probably don't even remember this is going down, but either way, thank you so much. And starting off with April White. Thank you so much, April. I appreciate your patronage. It has gone a long ways, and it's also been cool. You and I have developed a friendship, and I think that's super cool. So, let's make sure that those emails don't die out anytime soon. Next up, he's in the chat. You know him as Andrew behind the camera, Andrew Austin. Thank you so much for your support, my dude. It never ceases to amaze me. And for those of you who have not checked out Andrew's channel, please do. He is trying to launch his own YouTube channel, and he's playing all sorts of games, very different than the games that we have here. He runs his own giveaways too on Facebook, so follow him there as well. And Michael is taking off. Have a good one, dude. Always good to see you. And all right, next up, Michael Karsberg. Michael lives a long ways away, but that doesn't stop him from supporting us. And much love to Michael. Hopefully, normally he makes it towards the end of the game breaks because it's like morning time over there. He's probably getting up right now, probably having his coffee or tea or whatever morning drink he prefers. And he's probably totally forgot all about the game break today, which is good because he'll get to watch it and be entertained by it later. Next up, Bonnie Miller. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for your support. Much love. We haven't talked in a while. We should, if you watch this, let's chat it up. Bonnie, I follow her on Facebook, and she has a bunch of, she follows a couple of I don't know if they're like meme channels or whatever, but she has like some really good posts. And she also has a cool weather app that's very crude, if you will, but it's like funny. It's not just like mean, or it's funny. It's hilarious. I always love her weather reports that get posted from time to time. It's been a while since I've seen one, actually. Cal says, example of Lego Star Wars 2 Chivos. Complete levels without dying. Oh. Okay. Let's see here. Guess I will have to rewatch later to hear all of the announcements. Yeah, there was definitely some fun stuff. At some point, I wish I could quick link these things because then you guys could target through the stuff. I should do that. I've never done that before. See, with the edits, I can edit and I can see like right in front of me where the spots are, and I write them down, and then I take those notes and I go and I type them in. And I always forget, like when I'm done streaming, especially today, because I got dinner coming, I got Blazer game happening, wife and kid are gonna be home soon. Lots of stuff happening, so I probably will forget again today too. But, last but not least, you guys know him as Dougie Fresh 619, but Douglas Wright. Thank you so much, Doug, for your support. We'd love to see you come back and do like some gaming with us, or maybe even like a guide. What I'd love to do is pit him in another game that he has no back history of, and then have him do it. Like when he did Lego Star Wars 3. Never watched a Star Wars movie and played Star Wars and tried to talk about Star Wars. Hilarious. I still get comments almost daily like, bro, it's a droid, not a robot. Or, bro, it's a blaster, not a shooter. All these comments. And of course, he doesn't see any of them. I'm taking all the brunt of all of this. But anyways, but that's all I got, guys. January's been a fairly crazy month, as you guys know. The amount of stuff that's happened so far this month, it's normally like a year's worth. It's crazy. So anyways, I appreciate all of you more than you guys know, whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching this later. The game breaks don't get a lot of love. They don't. They actually are the lowest viewed item that we upload. And that includes overall watch time, views, and all that stuff. But I love them because I'm face to face with you guys. I don't have distractions. And at some point, I'm probably going to bring back the almost live. Like, there's been some requests for the pond again, and there's some opportunities for that. And I'm going to try, a lot of gaming channels do like these quick little snippets and these little things. And, I always have a hard time deciphering like what you guys would want to see. Like, do you want to see Drexler going for a walk at night, or does it only matter when he does something funny? Like there's all these things. I see these channels, they post all this real life, like, stuff that I just feel like, man, that's not really anybody's business, really. Why is that out there? And I don't know if that's what you guys want or what, but you guys just keep on doing what you're doing, telling us, responding, watching, and we'll keep making this content. Hopefully everything will go smooth this year. Hopefully the Lego Skywalker is going to go, well, hopefully it goes over good. I'm a little worried because of the size of it, but with Adam and Tyler and the help of Joey, I think we're going to be able to knock it out the park. And yeah, you guys, that is going to go ahead and wrap things up for me. If I forgot something, I greatly apologize. But I'm going to make some changes, hopefully some additions, and hopefully next week we'll have the finalized logo. And when that happens, I will, of course, launch some new t-shirts. We will do some more stickers. We'll do some more stuff. Now, and that's something else too. If you guys want special stuff, like if you go to our website and you see a shirt and you're like, oh my gosh, I love that shirt if it said my name on it, we can do that. In fact, in most cases, it doesn't cost any additional money to have like a name at it. So like, let's say you got a kid, or maybe your nephew or something has got a birthday coming up, and maybe they've never heard of me. Maybe they love the channel and watch it all the time. There can be customizations made upon request. At some point, if I get flooded, I might have to slow my roll on that. But right now, we're good. I can totally help out. So if you want like, kid's name or your name or whatever, we can make it happen. And if you want something else too, like if you have a special phone that needs a case or something, always ask and I'll see what I can do. But guys, that is officially going to wrap it up. You guys know the drill already. Hey, the giveaway's happening right now. If you haven't already, get over to Facebook, check it out. Like that post, like the page. You need to like the page and the post to be entered. I just want to clarify that. And big hugs for Adam and everybody out there. Much love to all of you guys. And don't forget to check us out on all of the social medias, not just Facebook too. I'd love to see you on Instagram, Patreon, and of course, if you already are on YouTube, please double check and make sure you've rang that bell. It really helps us put our content in front of your oculars. That's eyes for those of you who don't speak Brianese. All right, that's going to do it for me, guys. As always, until next time, see ya!